a slobber knocker. As they say, anything can happen on Wrestle Lost. Welcome to Wrestle Lost, folks.
Ah, yes, she's the dead as here. It's the Wrestle Lost Derby cast.
The sniper.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wrestle Lost. Couple of things to talk about. Some more important than others, but nonetheless, we're going to talk about it. So to get it going, here's Johnny.
Yeah, I don't have that much news. A lot of the news centered around what happened on the show this week, so we'll get to that later. But I can tell you that there are rumors, and I actually like this rumor, that Shane McMahon may be coming to AEW. It was revealed on JR and Conrad Thompson's podcast. Someone within AEW reached out to Conrad and told him that the week prior they were talking about the possibility of what if Shane went to AEW, and someone messaged Conrad within AEW said, "Hey, you know what? That's actually not too far from the truth, because Shane has actually reached out to some people in AEW about possibly coming in." I like it. I think it would be a huge get for AEW if you had a McMahon inside the competition, and I could already see a storyline there. He could give Tony Schiavone PTSD by, they say, buying Ring of Honor from Tony Khan.
Yeah. So, I'm not, other than that possible storyline, me hit us up. Yeah. I'm interested to see if it happens or not. Now that people are talking about it, and as active as Tony Khan and EVPs from AEW are on Twitter, it has to be on their radar that people are talking, that people would actually like for this to happen. So if I was them, I would just listen to what the people are saying. And I would go for it if I was them. The only thing that crosses my mind when I hear Shane McMahon in AEW is, if you think he had a death wish in WWE by the matches he had, imagine if he were to have matches in AEW. I'm going to say what's the first match I want to see, and after that, they can do whatever they want. But I need this to happen first, or whenever they want it to happen, but preferably first, before any sort of injury happens. I need Shane McMahon versus Orange Cassidy. That's what I need. And then you can make his last match like Shane McMahon versus Penta, because you know he's gonna die in that match. Andrew, had you heard anything about it, and what are your thoughts on Shane possibly coming to AEW?
What would he do? Would he be a wrestler, or would he be?
Well, I mean, he would
backstage or some on-screen EVP or something. I don't know what he would do.
He would try to wrestle.
He would definitely try and wrestle.
I'm sure he'll do something behind the scenes too, because Shane actually has a lot of great ideas. He actually approached Vince back in the 90s about buying UFC, and look at it now. And back in the mid 2000s, he actually wanted to make ECW an online only show. All right, and then then all that other stuff happened with NXT online, and then you had the WWE Network. So, and then he did have a great idea with Raw Underground. They just didn't pull it off right.
Right, because the last NXT pay per view had an underground match.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, he does have some ideas he could bring to AEW.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think he would actually kill him in WWE. I think it might do the actual opposite. Because with him over there, we could bring these two companies maybe Forbidden Door that way.
Possibly.
Especially now that Triple H is in charge. Well, not Triple H. The board is in charge, not Vince.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Because
know.
they're starting to do that with TNA. So it's starting to open with WWE, but you never know.
Yeah, I don't see that happening for years. It's gonna take.
It could be the beginning of it, though.
Yeah, it could be the beginning of it, but I'll be damned if it isn't juicy. Us possibly getting a McMahon and AEW.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not to speculate on things, but so before I say this, Drew, I'm gonna need you to look something up to see if you can find it. When is Paul Heyman's contract up in WWE?
Well, if you were talking about Shane wrestling,
yeah,
you got to remember he is 54 years old. So I know Billy Gunn's still doing it. He's 58. Sting done it until he's 60, but Shane's not in that shape. Like
Dustin's still doing it. Well, yeah, because Shane was never a wrestler.
Right.
He did a little training and he worked out, but he wasn't meant to be a wrestler.
No, he was not. But hey, he did some pretty stunt-driven shit. Is what I will call it.
Yeah. One of the moments I remember about Shane is when he threw Kane in the burning dumpster.
Yeah. Him getting hit with plenty of kendo sticks and falling from plenty of heights.
And again, Kane knocking him in the balls.
Yeah, that. So my thing is, if Paul Heyman's contract is up soon, and you do want to bring Shane in, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this to Johnny. I don't know if I mentioned it to Andrew.
Yeah.
But I need like a Shane McMahon / Paul Heyman driven ECW. Just ECW versus AEW.
But do ECW the right way, not like WWE did.
Yeah, do ECW the right way. Like I can see a little bit of a name change happen, just to sort of focus on one guy, because obviously, if they're gonna do an ECW, they're gonna have to have newer talent, right? So let's say, like with a little bit of a name change and a little bit of a more serious attitude and Action Andretti, I could see him being like a ECW guy. You never know. You never know. That's just to throw one name out there, but there's plenty of things that could happen. So we're getting ahead of ourselves, though. I need to see Shane on TV first.
Yeah.
But yeah, not bad if it does happen.
If you watched our reactions to Clash at the Castle last weekend, or you saw it, you know that CM Punk screwed Drew McIntyre again in the main event. So Drew was visibly pissed off. So this Monday on Raw, instead of addressing the issue of CM Punk, Drew McIntyre just quit. And I mean, a lot of people were wondering what's is this real, because Drew recently renewed his contract, but of course it's not real. His wife is actually having some health problems, so he's taking a little time off to go help care for her. But it leaves the door open to some different scenarios that could happen, because, like Drew mentioned, with this TNA crossover right now, we could possibly see Drew Galloway for a little bit in TNA before he comes back to WWE and has his match with CM Punk, which at this point may look like maybe SummerSlam would be the match.
Yeah. If not to dive into what happened, but if someone brings that up, I will go into further detail about what I think. I'm pretty sure someone's going to bring it up. So I'll just wait.
And if not, you can bring it up later anyway.
Yeah, if not, I'll just bring it up. Yeah. He quit. which isn't the only thing that caught me off guard on Monday. A little bit. But yeah, that I didn't expect that to go that way. So they obviously got bigger plans for him in the future. So we'll see where this ends up.
You even had Triple H on screen trying to convince him to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to stop him. They tried to stop him. So we'll see how this plays out.
All I can find is it said he signed a long-term contract in 2021.
Okay.
So it doesn't say how long. So
I need to know how long. I might. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we're able to figure some things out.
WWE have trademarked another name. This time they trademarked the name of Caesar Sakura, which, from what I'm hearing, this is actually going to be the new name of Solo Sakura. They're going to change his name. This week, Roman Reigns actually unfollowed Solo Sakura on Instagram, and a lot of people are wondering if they're going to try and recreate history here, make it seem like a whole Roman Empire deal, because going back, little history lesson here. Before Julius Caesar took over, it wasn't the Roman Empire. It's just it was
Roman Republic.
The Roman Republic. Yeah. Whereas like in a republic, people they get to voice their opinion on what they think. They get to vote. A free democracy, like what we live in. Well,
we're a constitutional republic.
Yes. Even though some people want to debate that, but that's another issue. But yeah, so under Solo's reign as the quote tribal chief, it's only what he says, or at least supposedly what he said with Roman Reigns, but it's actually him. So they're thinking that naming him Caesar Sakura, we're entering into a new phase of like a Roman Empire style, and that's what he's doing, building up the new bloodline with the Tongans coming in, and we'll talk more about that later. But yeah, so I don't know when change is going to happen, but they're going to start calling him Caesar's Coast.
I understand if like with the whole history thing, if that's the angle they're trying to play, which it sure does sound like it. But whenever I first heard Caesar Sikoa, I'm like, it doesn't quite fit for me.
Yeah,
It just doesn't have that good ring to it. But the more you say Caesar, like it doesn't sound much better, but I can get used to it.
and the way they spelled it too, Caesar is Ceasar. They spell it Caesar. That's how they can get away with trademark.
Yeah, I know it's just a name and it's going to have to grow on me, but
Yeah,
if they are going to do this name change to further the story of the bloodline, then so be it. We'll see how they decide to put it.
yeah,
But there's a lot of things happening on the bloodline front right now,
yeah.
and more things that could possibly happen in the future. So
And how many people in WWE have had their name changed throughout their career?
yeah, how many more Samoans can we bring in?
I think they're bringing all of them in.
That's the real question. How many more are left?
Yeah, and again, we'll get to that more later.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get to that later on.
Yeah, but unless y'all had anything else, that was pretty much all the news for this week.
I really don't have anything. I wasn't able to pay much attention to like news and as far as this wrestling this week, but I don't think anything else happened. So
Yeah, because I know the big thing in the news is actually, I'm sure, going to be something we're going to talk about.
I would think so.
All right.
To dive into it, we're gonna go ahead and get into our moments. I'm gonna go over to Johnny and get his moment for WWE this week.
Okay, so
Carefully.
let's go back to the bloodline. So, yes, so as Freddie mentioned, or he asked the question, how many more members can they add? Well, they added another one last night. Because the main event was Cody versus Solo Sikoa, and Cody had Randy Orton and Kevin Owens out there to counteract Tamatonga and Tangaloa. Well, they got a new member. And this is a member that they've been talking about for a while now, but he finally showed up. Jacob Fatu.
I thought he was going to show up before Tamatonga.
I did too. And in fact, I thought Hikuleo was going to show up before Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
So let me see if I got my Samoan family tree right. Jacob Fatu is the son of the Tongan kid. The Tongan kid is the brother of Rikishi and the late Umaga. So Tongan kid is actually the first cousin of the Usos. And he's also the first cousin of Zilla Fatu, who's Umaga's son, who I've also heard rumblings the last few months that he may also be coming in soon. But yeah, he came out. He helped Solo and the Tongans beat down not only Cody Rhodes but Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Pretty much decimated them at ringside. I think they put Randy through a table and they put KO to the barricade. So much happened that I can keep up.
He did a splash on Cody through the announce table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a nasty looking splash.
And you know what? It seems like every new member that they're adding, I think I know what they're doing. Is every new member they're adding is even bigger than the last one.
Yeah.
The next one is going to be Hikaleo or Calatonga, as they're going to call him, and he's 6'7", so he's going to be even bigger than Jacob said.
Yeah.
Isn't he Tamatonga's brother?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's there. So there's three. Haku had three sons: Tamatonga, Tangaloa, and Hikaleo. Yeah. So
And
yeah,
then if you bring in Zillafatu, that's
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
man.
yeah.
But listening to the FIFO review while at work this morning, Kate made I think it was SRS who made the joke, because Kate, believe it or not, was having internet issues again.
Wow.
So she dropped completely off the show and SRS took over.
Uh-huh.
So they had Wheezy on again. And one of the jokes SRS said when they were going back and forth with Wheezy was, if they bring in Zilla Fatu, they could throw a curveball and make his name Zillow Fatu and just have him like review houses every week.
I have a feeling that's where that was going. You gonna be a real estate agent?
Yeah, he could be like a real estate agent or some shit. But that's not what they would do. But
I know.
it was still a funny joke. I had to bring it up. So
That would be a Vince idea.
yeah, that would have been a Vince idea. Too many Samoans. I don't know what to do. Yeah,
Funny. Yeah.
they would throw that idea out there probably. But yeah, man, like I'm pretty sure we're closing down on how many we could actually bring in.
Yeah. Because I think Hikaleo and Zillow. Damn it, you got me saying Hikaleo and Zilla are the last ones, I believe.
The only other thing SRS said, and it's something I have to look into, is even though they're not real Samoan family, there are two sisters that are active on the independent scene
Okay.
that are very brutal,
Hmm.
are completely kicking all the girls' asses.
Well, it's just like the Tongans. They're not actually bloodline related, but
Yeah.
they're
So
close.
if they really wanted to, and if they are as good as what Sean said this morning, I'm gonna have to figure out who it is that he was talking about, because he didn't even give a name. He just said there's two sisters out there wrestling on the indies that, if they really wanted to, could fit the mold of being in the bloodline. So I'm gonna have to look it up, and it's something I'll have to bring in next week.
Because if they wanted to, they could even have a female bloodline faction. They could bring those two in, get Naomi, get Tamina, and Nia Jax.
Yeah.
And Ava.
Oh yes,
Yeah, they could bring Ava in if they really wanted to. Yeah. That's a whole other group. Like, that's a group in itself.
yes. Like I said, a female version of the bloodline.
Yeah.
Don't give Triple H no ideas.
Fuck. Okay, fuck it. I thought of the joke, so I'm gonna run with it. The female bloodline only comes around once a month. They only wrestle once a month.
Oh, good Lord.
For 4 days straight.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
And they whine about their holes. Oh.
I
mean, she does.
The joke's already there.
She does that anyway.
Yeah.
Have you noticed all of her matches now? She does one whole spot every match.
Yeah, pretty much.
She always lands on the apron on her hole.
Yeah. That's just never gonna end.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a running joke
Yeah.
till her last match.
To her last hole.
I'm not gonna talk anymore about it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let it. I'm just gonna let it slide. But yeah, lot of potential things to come from the bloodline, and they're still packing punches and surprises. So we'll see what's next for them. So now that we got Johnny's moment in there, I'm gonna go over to Drew and get his moment for WWE.
Okay, I'm gonna go to last night. We had a Money in the Bank qualifying match for the women's Money in the Bank match. You had Bianca Belair, Michin, and Chelsea Green. Out of all these people, I think everybody expected Bianca to win, if not Michin. Well, we got what nobody expected: Chelsea Green to win, and I loved it. I think she is so underrated as a wrestler.
Yeah,
If she takes too many losses, I would love to see her win Money in the Bank match. Now that she's in it, that's who I'm rooting for.
you're not
I
the
think
only.
I think she deserves it. Everything she's been through
Yeah,
kind of reminds me of back in the days when Lana was getting picked on all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not the only one that has claimed that now they want Chelsea Green to win
Yeah.
Money in the Bank.
As soon as she qualified, I go, that's who I want to win. I don't care who else is in the match. I want her to win.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Twitter went wild with it. As soon as she won, they're like, this is who we are getting behind. There is no changing our mind. There's only one winner for women's Money in the Bank, and that is Chelsea Green.
It has to be.
And just
Because
from the
only other woman in it so far is Sky. She won it last year.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
and just like whether you want to admit it or not, there is a star power behind it. Like, just look at how she's introduced.
yeah,
Just that in itself feels like it makes her feel like she's a star.
and I think she can become a star.
Yeah.
If they would let her.
This could be what could make her a star. Hey, if so many people are getting behind her just from this one win, from this one qualifying win, WWE needs to pay attention. And like we've said even earlier today, as soon as we started, with Paul Levesque in command, it's possible that they listen and that they make this happen. So yeah, I agree with you, man. I don't know who else is going to be in it, but for now, Chelsea Green seems like a solid choice to win Money in the Bank.
So on the other side, on the men's side, we also got another surprise last night. Andrade qualified for Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
Well, you got Kevin, who's embroidered in the bloodline thing with Cody.
Yeah.
You got Grayson Waller in that match, who's in the tag team tournament. Tag team division. He's got the title. They're not going to let them two win. So I thought it was going to be Andrade to begin with. Just like with the other match.
Yeah.
You got Randy and Tamatonga in the bloodline feud. So the only reasonable one to win would be Carmelo. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that in these Money in the Bank matches you're giving new people opportunities.
Yeah. And since y'all brought up Carmelo and what happened on the men's side of it, so ever since he won on last night, he's been a little bit more active on Twitter, and he said something along the lines of, "I did beat Randy Orton last night, and he was the legend killer. So now I might be the legend killer.
The legend killer's legend. The legend. The killer of the legend killer. I don't know.
Just just another legend killer.
Oh,
So
okay.
he might be taking over the legend killer gimmick for a little bit. I don't know what legend you're gonna kill, but and what move you're gonna do it. Because with Randy, it was the punt to the head. Like that's how he took care of most of them. So if that is what he's gonna start doing, I'm interested to see how he carries it out. So just had to throw that out there since y'all brought up Carmella. But yeah, Chelsea Green, dude, solid choice. People are getting behind her. So yeah, I would say she is going to be an interesting choice if they do decide to go. So now that we've gotten Drew's moment in there, it is time for my moment.
Like we don't know what that is.
And you know what? I'm getting this. I wonder what it is. If you see my shirt there, the Wyatt Six debut. So the lights go out. You hear the choo, and we get the key, the one piano key going.
Yeah.
Ding,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Yeah.
The door bursts open. It pans out slowly, and we get Nikki Cross as Sister Abigail crawling out.
Like a distorted Annabelle from
Yeah.
from some horror movie.
Yeah, kneeling in front of the lantern and pointing to the back. So the cameraman goes around the door, leading into gorilla position, and we got Eric Rowan standing there as Rambling Rabbit, which Eric Rowan looks badass. And he's facing the wall at first. And if y'all didn't notice it, there's a picture floating around where in the back of the rabbit mask, it is the mask that Brody used to wear when they were in Bludgeon Brothers.
Hmm.
So that is a tribute.
And he also had to have the axe.
Yeah. And he also had that. So that's Eric Rowan. He is now Rambling Rabbit. And then they go further into Gorilla, and fucking everybody's dead in there.
Whoa.
It's trashed up. Like lights are flashing, the monitors are flashing, everything is fucked up. And that's
company.
The pup attack. He's gonna kill you like the Wyatt Six. He's gonna kill you with love, though. So yeah, we go into gorilla position, and that's when we see Dexter Loomis as Mercy the Buzzard. I'm loving all these masks, and if they ever sell them, we are in trouble because I will have to buy all of them. So
we.
I am in trouble. My multiple personalities are in trouble. We are in trouble. So you see Dexter Loomis perched up as Mercy the Buzzard. And we round the corner again. And as soon as they go through that other curtain, Joe Gacy's just standing there as Huskus the Pig Boy. And just creepily staring directly at the camera. And that's when we see a very dead Chad Gable.
With blood, complete with blood on the wall.
Yeah, with blood all over the wall. And there's one spot on the
I don't think he's dead. Just
on the right side of his head, and it looks like a straight bullet shot. Like a straight bullet went through his head. So looking pretty dead, but not really dead because even though they made the announcement that he was going to be replaced with Ilya Dragunov,
He is medically cleared.
now he is medically cleared. But what state of mind is Chad Gable going to be in
Yeah.
after being attacked by the Wyatt Six?
And so there were all kinds of reports of people seeing other people there, other wrestlers like Braun Strowman and Carmelo Hayes, Triple H. I heard someone even say they saw Cody Rhodes, but all those were just extras that were brought in. They weren't
Yeah.
NXT talents or any performance center. They were just random people.
Yeah.
The only
No,
one that was an
Besides
actual
Chad
wrestler
Gable.
was
Yeah.
Chad Gable.
Yeah,
no other talent was involved except for Chad Gable.
yeah, but they made it look like they killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And what they did, what did they do to celebrate them all the murders? They went to Whataburger.
Hey man, you get an appetite while killing people. Okay, don't ask me how I know.
I mean, you're in Corpus Christi, the home of Whataburger, so you gotta go.
Hell yeah, you gotta get some Whataburger.
And the most impressive thing about that, from the time Nikki came out, they went to the back, came back to the front, and he blew out the lantern. It's one continuous shot. No cuts,
Yes.
nothing.
Yeah.
One continuous shot.
Yeah,
Which is what Triple H is doing a lot now.
Yeah,
Watching the wrestlers come from the back all the way out through Gorilla, through everything, to the ring in one continuous shot. I like it a lot.
yeah, I like that style a lot as well. Yeah. So after getting Joe Gacy as Huskus creepily staring directly into the camera, that's when we go past the dead Chad Gable, and that's when we get Bo Dallas as Uncle Howdy, and he makes his way past all of the Wyatt Six, and every single one of them start following him until they make it to the outside where Nikki Cross, Sister Abigail, still waiting there, and zooms out a little bit more, sees the lantern. As he picks it up, Nikki rises up with the lantern, and that's when he holds it up. We're here. Blows it out. We get a little bit of a graphic, which is more Abby the Witch, Sister Abigail, Nikki Cross in her mask. And that was the Wyatt Six debut. For now. That was the debut. But Pat McAfee is a liar. That's how I'm going to start this off. Because while Pat McAfee was doing his show and he was interviewing a former Navy SEAL, they start noticing something weird happening with their cameras, and you hear the same the powering down, and the lights go out, and that's where the show ends that day for Pat McAfee. And he came out and he said, "No, this isn't Wyatt related. We just had issues, and we got a generator up, and we got power back after then." But Uncle Howdy called him out on it, and called him a liar personally. So yeah, the report is that this is going to be a lot more involved with everything. So no show is safe.
Yeah.
Nobody is safe.
They say they're gonna be involved with multiple wrestlers, they're not just gonna go into like a single feud.
Yeah. So nobody is
I
safe.
don't think they're going to go to a single show.
No.
I can see them attacking NXT too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Crossover. Maybe you could see them on Impact as well.
yeah, you could.
The one thing that confused me until I started seeing it is everybody's talking about the Wyatt Six. Well, it's not six.
Which, by the way, it's not. Yeah, it's not six.
It's SICKF, like sick
Yeah.
fever. All that's the way it's sick.
Yes.
They're sick in the head or something.
Yes.
It's not
See?
six. SIX. See,
'Cause if
I was
we-
confused for a while. I was like, "Are we counting five? What the hell's going on?" Oh, then I started seeing reports online. Oh, it's sick. Okay.
Yeah. Because if you notice my name, just for this one time only, it's
Yeah.
6-0 because I'm a sick, aka trigger. Yeah, so I had to do that today. That's something last minute that I decided to throw in there. But yeah, nobody is safe. Nobody in WWE is safe. Now that they're working with Impact as well, nobody over there, I would say, is safe. Nothing in WWE is safe. And they don't give a fuck. They're going to kill who they kill. They're going to enjoy doing it. And then they're going to go get some burgers afterwards. Okay?
This is what they need to do.
So unlike the Fiend character, this is not going to be like supernatural. These are actual, like psychopathic murderers.
Yeah. It's more closer to the original Wyatt family.
Yes.
Even though they have masks and they look creepy. And this was a little bit like on the creepier side because of all the lights and stuff like that. But yeah, they're gonna lean more towards realism rather than spookiness.
So it's more Wyatt family than it is Fiend.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see how it plays out. I've bought some of the new merch. I can't wait to get it. I'm all in on this shit, man. And you know, some people after the Waterburger picture surfaced, they're like, "Oh, but kayfabe and Nikki Cross is wearing the new Wyatt Six shirt. Like, where's kayfabe in this? We know they're human.
Yeah.
We know, like, after they finish the show, they go on with their regular lives until the next show.
Yeah. We know they're not real. We're really psycho murderers.
Yeah, they're not really psycho murderers. So just don't be fucking dumb. Like, just enjoy it, man. And yeah, I'm gonna have to keep my eye out on other than Raw and SmackDown. I'm gonna have to pay more attention to NXT, pay more attention to TNA, see if anything else happens. So, hell yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you need to start paying more attention to NXT because with this crossover,
Yeah,
say his name, and
He
he'll
appeared. He was there this week in that Battle Royal.
Yeah.
man, I was so happy that he showed up.
We had Joe Hendry in NXT for like a minute.
Yeah, minute 15 roughly. But yeah, we're gonna have to pay attention to a lot more.
And then you had Frankie Kazarian take out Ethan Page.
Hell yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of crossover happening.
An old AEW rival there.
Yeah. So that's a rivalry they can do there. But, yeah, excited for the Wyatt Six. I'm happy that they are finally here. And yeah, we'll see what else comes from it. But expect this to be my moment every single week. Like it used to be. All things are back to normal. At some point. We still miss you, Bray. But I am so glad for Taylor to be able to do this, and it has to help him heal.
Yeah. It was funny. Like Big Joseph and Corey Graves and all the people said, Monday nights, I slept with my lights on. I didn't want to turn off the lights in the house.
Yeah. So hopefully a little bit of creepiness still coming, but I love this. So now that we've gone through our moments for WWE, I'm gonna go back to Johnny, get his moment for AEW, and I'll be back.
All right. Well, I like right now that they're giving a lot of focus to Will Ospreay. Right now, they have Will Ospreay in two different storylines. He's got the Forbidden Door match with Swerve for the AEW title, But he's also starting a feud with MJF as well. First, they had Will Ospreay and Swerve they had a great back and forth promo where Will Ospreay told Swerve he doesn't need the family to beat him, which Don Callis and the rest of them they didn't like, and that's a separate story in itself. So they might be breaking up soon. Um,
or
then
at least Will leaving.
yeah, Will leaving, and then Will told Swerve he said you know you used to have a hit row talking about talking about Hit Row from WWE, and Will said that he has a hit list, and that Swerve is on it, and he said he doesn't even need the Tiger Driver to beat him, and then uh, Will reminded him not to make it personal, and Swerve said, "Well, I'm going to make it personal," and he said hi to Will's wife and son, and of course Will didn't like that. That's his first feud. So later on in the night, well, this ties into it, but the Cage of Agony, they got Hechicero to challenge MJF to a match at Forbidden Door. So later on in the night, Daniel Garcia is having a match against Red Titus. The Cage of Agony come out and they attack Daniel Garcia and Matt Menard because he's there on commentary. So that's when MJF comes out. But MJF's actually coming out not to save Garcia, but to get back to the Cage of Agony. So the Will comes out. He's the one that's there to help out Daniel Garcia. And somehow both Will and MJF end up clearing out the ring. And so you think they're working together, but they're actually not. They bump into each other back to back, and then they have a stare down. So this brings up a lot of possibilities, not only for Forbidden Door, but for All In as well. I mean, even though MJF is not in the Owen tournament,
we're gonna have some gold to celebrate with.
If Will Ospreay does beat Swerve at Forbidden Door, which I think he will,
about last week.
Will MJF is gonna be wanting to get his title back.
You on the big rampage when you got.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that face off.
Yeah.
Between MJF and Will Ospreay.
Last week, I'm a man of my word.
There's so many different
always have,
that are being
always will.
right now.
But come Forbidden Door,
add another one to the list. I really want to see that match.
I want the TNT Championship.
But yeah, whenever they bumped into each other, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I want it too.
When it happens,
so I guess I'll see you there.
It's gonna bring MJF to a different level.
We'll see who the better man is.
Yeah.
Because Will Ospreay doesn't need it, but he's gonna make it that much more bad. So yeah, I was just freaking out a little bit when I saw that happen. So yeah, whatever match they decide to go, whenever they decide to go, I'm gonna watch all of it. That's a given. I'm gonna watch all of it because I know it's gonna be bad. But yeah, man, anything they got going on with Will Ospreay and MJF and shit like that, I'm all down for. And I just want Daniel Garcia. I'm happy he's getting a little bit of more shine on him.
Yeah,
because he definitely deserves it as well.
No, my grandpa was.
Hell yeah, man. I don't know if you had anything else to say about it, but I just love what they're doing there.
I'll check it out.
You want to say, hey, military.
No, that was it. Well, I mean, you missed my first part of what I said was that Will's in two different storylines right now.
Yeah.
Because he's also got the Swerve feud as well.
Yeah.
and they had a very good promo this week.
Yeah, that getting very personal.
Yeah,
Like you don't bring up my kid, bro. Yeah, all that shit, dude. Like, but you have to look at why Swerve did it, because you know they both made it personal in their own way. Like you can't really put the blame on one or the other. They both decided to make it personal.
yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna kill it. They might be friends, but they're gonna kill each other in that match, and that just makes this that much better. So, yeah, I can't wait for it, man. It's gonna be very, very badass. So now that we got Johnny's moment in there, which was my moment, not gonna lie, I have a couple lined up, but
Okay.
that was one of the ones I was gonna talk about if no one did. So I'm glad you did. I'm gonna go over to Andrew and get his moment for AEW.
My moment is it's not really a match. It's just something that happened at the start of a match that I thought was funny. We have the Owen Hart tournament going on. Statlander's in it, and she's coming out for her match. As they walk to the ring, she picks up Stokely, sets him on the steps like a child, helping him up the steps. I died laughing watching that. That was funny.
I mean,
and of course, Statlander wins their match, and then Friday night, Willow wins her match. So the next round, we got Statlander and Willow going at it. It's going to be a good match because the way Statlander turned on her, her picking him up, set him on. It was like a parent picking up a 4-year-old child to help them up steps or something.
Uppies.
Yeah.
Uppies, bro.
Stokely wanted uppies.
Hell. Don't act like if you had a chance to get uppies by Statlander that you wouldn't take it.
I would take it too. Yes, I would.
I would take the uppies.
Uppies from the puppies.
Didn't want to go all the way there, but yes. Hell yes. I get you, man. I get you. Statlander has always been one of our favorites. Whether it was Alien Statlander or Serious Statlander before she
Best
got
friends
Statlander. She's always been one of our favorites. So we're always gonna focus on things she does a little bit here and there. But yeah, uppies from Statlander, I'm down for it. I'm jealous. But yeah, that was a very funny moment. And yeah, lucky man. As I've seen other people say as well. So as far as my moment for AEW, it was a really quick match, but it's one of those matches where you can't really get into details about it because so much happened so fast, even though it was a short match. Shingo Takagi versus AR Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, son. If you don't, okay, so even though AR Fox has been around for a very long time, he's more of a sit back and let other people shine. He's great at elevating other talent. But every once in a while, you have to let them know who you are still. And that's what he did in this match. I mean, you're going to throw him in there with someone against Shingo, and you're going to have to bring your best game. And that's what AR Fox did, man. So I just wanted to shout out this match as a whole, because normally and this not just happens with WWE, it happens with AEW as well. I keep my eyes on Twitter. I got to see what people are saying about this, what people are saying about that. So I live with my phone in my hand during most of the shows. But whenever something like this catches my attention, I just have to put my phone down and give it the attention that it deserves. Like the big moments in Raw, the big moments on SmackDown, I set my phone to the side as much as I can for those big moments. And that's what I did with this match. I just sat back and enjoyed it because you're never really going to get another Shingo versus AR Fox.
Yeah.
So this was just one of those matches where I appreciated the awesomeness of it. And
Well,
yeah, that was really it.
it is, it is Forbidden Door season. We're seeing wrestlers that we don't normally see. We've seen
Yeah.
Shingo, and we saw Zack Sabre Jr., and we've seen Leo Rush. And so I'm sure we'll see Ultimo Guerrero tonight on Collision.
Yeah.
Yes, it's already happened.
I'm
That was in the first
already
hour.
Yeah.
without spoilers because what I've seen has no spoilers in it, but they fucking killed it. So
Of course they did. It's Ultimo Guerrero, and it's the guy he trained. That's nice.
Yeah. OG Ultimo Guerrero.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching that match. So yeah, for me, it was between Shingo Takagi and AR Fox, or Leo Rush versus Action Andretti, because those two matches were like top notch last night. So it was going to be one or the other. It was a very tough decision, but yeah, Shingo versus AR Fox was very damn good. But props to Leo and Action Andretti as well. So there's a lot of shit I want to see still.
And I also want to give a shout out to the unintentional joke of the week in AEW, which was from Nigel McGuinness last Saturday during that first match with the BCC. Nigel made a comment about Brian Danielson was
Being vegan.
he was trying not to be a to be a vegan, but he couldn't do that because he couldn't stop eating brie. and then he stopped himself and he was like, wait a minute, that could be taken the wrong way.
Oh, and it was.
It was.
It was.
Throughout the whole internet.
Yes.
Yeah. People were very vocal about that joke. Look, man, it's a joke. You gotta act. Don't act like you haven't made those kind of jokes before.
Yeah.
We're all human here. Look, this is in our nature. We all, some more than others, because some are more lucky than others, but it's just a way of life, man. It's just one of the things that happen in life. So don't take it too seriously. We're all adults here. We all know what goes down. I can't deny. So yeah, I just thought it was funny. I'm gonna laugh at a joke like that all the time. So, I'm pretty sure you brought up this other joke. Whenever you said you were gonna call out a joke, I'm like, I know what he's gonna bring up. But it was one of two. It was one of two, and you probably brought up the other one as well. Okada sitting in the back at production.
Yeah.
And interrupting the entrance of
The Acclaim.
He
Acclaim.
turned off the mic.
Yeah. And he'd be like, oh, I hit the wrong button, bitch.
No, and he's like, I'm so sorry. Like he's gonna cry.
Yeah.
And he's like, bitch.
He plays it off so good.
Yes.
Like he really makes you think like, oh, I really fucked this up. But no, he did it on purpose, bitch.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing ever from Okada so far. He's a major asset, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad he's in AEW. Show his serious side, show his funny side. I enjoy it all. So, hell yeah, man. I just really enjoyed this week. This was one of the better weeks of pro wrestling in a very long time. The little to no negativity going around, other than the normal bullshit, but I'm not going to focus on that. People are always
And
talk shit. So,
most of the shows were complete, great shows.
yeah. Because, like, for a while there, and I know it's not me, it happened to other people as well. They would doze off during Raw or SmackDown, or
Yeah.
people would doze off during AEW because they don't think it lives up to the hype or whatever. But not this week. This week it was all there. They fired on all cylinders this week.
Yep.
So yeah, there was a lot of great shit this week, and even Andrew said it, where he wanted the Wyatt Six stuff to kind of bleed into SmackDown a little bit and have them do something there. I wanted it to, but other people were saying they needed to do something on SmackDown as well. But I understand why they didn't, because they needed the ending of SmackDown to be the main focus, the main talking point, expanding the bloodline.
Right. If it wasn't for that expansion,
Yeah, I think they
which
would
they
have
could have
done
went with,
something.
they would have went with it. But you have bringing in another member of the bloodline.
Yeah,
You can't throw this in there
because
and ruin that.
not to throw shade on the bloodline, because it's not throwing shade, it's just being real. Because of the newness of the Wyatt Six, it would have overshadowed the bloodline stuff.
Yeah.
So I understand why they did it. I'm not mad about it. I understand the choice. I'm gonna get my Wyatt Six stuff elsewhere, which is fine. They got plenty of hours on TV every single week. So it's fine. It was great shows all around this week. So yeah, I was really happy with how it all went down, and a lot of people are saying the same thing. So great shows all around this week. But to see if he has a great showing like both AEW and WWE did, we'll see how it goes. It is time to stump the brain.
Okay. What do I want to say? Okay. Who has the longest continuous tenure as a wrestler in WWE? In-ring talent.
Mhm.
I know we asked this a few weeks ago and it was our truth, but that was just
Yeah, that wasn't actually true.
right.
He had a lot of years in TNA. The one that's been there the longest now, active. Active in WWE, right? Not any other company.
Right. In-ring in WWE in-ring talent. You know what the year he started?
Sure,
2002.
Randy Orton.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
See,
21, 22 years.
Yeah,
He's been an active talent with no. I guess the only time he's been off is when he's been injured.
yeah.
But
Because
going to other companies, coming back.
I also thought
22 years.
I also thought Rey Mysterio, but then there were times that he wasn't with the company.
Right. He was in. I know he was in the Lucha Underground for a while. He went to
Yeah.
other companies for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Randy's never went anywhere else.
Nope.
I don't think he ever will.
No, I don't think he will either. He's a lifer. But then
And just look at all the people that started in his class. He's the one that's left in his
yeah,
class. He was in the same class that had Batista and John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and I forget who else. But yeah, he's still there after all these years.
yeah, I would say he's a lifer. He's not going anywhere else.
Speaking of Cena, he's hosting Shark Week this year
Yeah.
on Discovery Channel.
Uh-huh.
I know Fred just wanted to hear that. Just thought I'd tell him anyway.
Did I though? Did I need to hear that twice in the same show?
Well, no, that one was before we
That was
started.
before the show. I
Oh,
wanted to tell the masses as well.
Yeah.
you want to tell them that? Okay. I guess for the masses. You know what? Okay, answer me this, okay? Because I can't watch all of Shark Week. I watch bits here and there whenever I can. The person who's hosting Shark Week, do they ever like actually go do something in a show?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
They might have one show in the whole week where they're part of the show. The
Okay.
rest of it, they're just hosts. They're just talking between the shows or on commercials and stuff like that.
I hope John Cena
But-
gets eaten by a shark.
He could, unless he's dealing with baby sharks or something.
Don't get started. Look, man, look. All right.
I know.
The
How's your
shark
niece?
can happen. Fine. Do you know how many times in the last 2 years I've heard baby shark?
How what, is she too?
Yeah, she just
Okay.
turned 2. Nothing wrong with baby shark. Okay, like nothing wrong with it. But when you hear it every day for 2 years, I love my niece. I love her to death. I wish death upon the son of baby shark, though. I've had enough of that song. But that's on a personal. See what happened? It's John Cena's fault.
Okay. To make you feel a little better, for those of you that do have WWE 2K24, this Wednesday they're going to release the Post Malone DLC.
Ah, hell yeah! I've seen some of the footage they have of it so far. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that update. I'm glad it's finally happening this week. So hell yeah! If you have 2K24, hell yeah, definitely get on that shit. Yeah, man. Like I said, lots of great wrestling all around. It's been a pretty badass week. Everything going into Money in the Bank and SummerSlam and all the shit that's coming up. They're gonna keep their foot on the pedal, and we're gonna enjoy it for what it is. So, yeah. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of their weekend. And like always, if you have any questions or comments, WrestleLost@gmail.com, WrestleLost on Facebook. Don't forget to give us a follow here on Twitch, on our YouTube, and on our TikTok at WrestleLostPod. So until next weekend, hope everybody enjoys the rest of their weekend, and talk to y'all later.
See you next week.
Check you later.